Hello traders, welcome back to this video. So it's a Sunday and we always do our analysis on Sundays. So here I have some few pairs for you guys, and number one I have AUD USD. So I just got a very good market structure when I was doing my mentorship with some student, and I found out some good area of interest here on AUD USD. So I've decided to share with you this analysis. So on AUD USD, if I come into the daily time frame, we have some beautiful structures, and market has been bullish to the upside, as you can see clearly on the daily time frame. So the market formed this low here. So we have a very beautiful break of structure to the upside. After the market formed this low, we also have this high as well. And then the market formed this higher high. And then now we expect the market to respect this low that formed this break of structure. So if the market will be respecting this low, we expect the market to form the low and then move up to form a new break of structure. So at the moment, if price will be respecting this low, we expect the market to be targeting this external liquidity. We expect the market to form a new break of structure to the upside, and therefore we need to be looking for buying opportunities to the upside to target this external liquidity. So if I mark that break of structure here on the other side so that we can have a clear analysis. So we have that break of structure, and inside the lower time frame, we need to see some confirmation before we take any buys to the upside. So if I drop into the forward time frame, let us see what the market is doing inside this area here. So in the forward time frame, you can see clearly here we are in a very beautiful downtrend to the downside, and currently right now we have these structures being formed here. So we had this high. So inside this time frame, we also have the market forming some structures. We are going to mark them. So the market formed this low here and then formed this lower high before going down to form this lower low, and then formed this lower high, lower low. Then later on the market got that high, form market structure shift. So if I zoom in into the 1 hour time frame, you can see that clearly. So have some beautiful structures here. So we had this high, we had the break of structure here, a very good break of structure. So if I mark it there, we have that break, and then we also have another break to the downside. So we have this break here as well. After the market had this pullback, the market formed another break of structure to the downside, and later on the market pushed up to take out that high, forming a change of character to the upside. And then after that, the market pulled back. After the change of character, as always, the market has to come into a 50% level so that we can have the entry to the upside. So after that, the market came back into this area. We have this order block here. Then the market came back into that area, and then we can see this massive buying. And then the market formed this break of structure to the upside. So the market is clearly forming a bullish structure to the upside, and what we need to do right now is to look for a buying opportunity, and then we look to join the bullish momentum to the upside. So currently right now, this is my best point of interest. I am choosing to take a trade from this extreme point of interest. This low here formed this break of structure. That is why I choose to take a trade from this area. Then I'll be looking to see if the market will take out this low as a liquidity. So my view on AUD USD, I'll be looking to take a buy from this area here this coming week. Then we try to take our buys. First take profit, as always, 1:3 risk to reward ratio. And then My second take profit will be, let's say maybe around this area. We have this support and resistance level, and that is where I will be targeting for this trade. So meanwhile, we can't be targeting this external liquidity, the daily external liquidity, because that is not realistic target. So we have to target around this area. So that is what I think on AUD USD. Let us be looking for some small buying opportunities from this point here, and then we target this support and resistance level. So that is my view, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section if you have a different idea. So I have Euro USD as my next pair. So on Euro USD, as from our last video, I told you guys that we are supposed to be looking for some short-term buys, although it is a counter trend because we had the market having some selling momentum to the downside. So on a Euro USD, currently right now we are in a very bearish momentum to the downside in the daily time frame, and that was because we had some beautiful break of structures to the upside. Then later on, we had this low being taken out, the low that formed the break of structure, the last break of structure, and then that confirmed to us that we have change of character to the downside. So the change of character was formed after the price tapped into the monthly order block, which was obtained from this area here. So you can see clearly for those who have not been following our analysis. So this is the monthly order block. So price tapped into that area, and remember we had a break of structure to the downside. So we have a very beautiful reaction in the monthly time frame. Then inside the daily time frame, that is the reaction that we got. Then later on, we had the pullback here, and then we had a break to the downside. So normally, what we always expect is that once price breaks a structure or we have a change of character, most of the time you will find the price using these internal structures as liquidity. So in short, what I'm trying to say is that price has to come into a 50% level before we look for more sales to the downside. So currently right now, I expect price to be coming back into a 50% level because we already have a break of structure to the downside. So, and because of that, I need to look for some short-term buys from this low into this area, the 50% level, and then we look to sell to the downside. So this is the current point of interest, and if price will be reacting from this area, we take our sales to the downside. But as for now, if I drop into the forward time frame, we are trying to look at if the market will be buying from this area to the upside. And according to our last analysis, I told you guys that we have a very strong support and resistance level at this point here. And I told you guys that once the market takes out this support and resistance level, we look to buy even. We look to take our buys from this area, this point of interest. So as for now, you can see clearly that the market took out that area, and right now I expect more buys the upside. So if I drop down into the lower time frame so that we can have a clear structure, we have some beautiful structures being formed here. We have a break of structure, a pullback, then later on we have another break of structure to the upside here. So let me mark that. So we have this break to the upside. And after that break of structure, always as SMC traders, we always expect the market to have a pullback, meaning that once the market formed this break of structure, we also have this low here as our strong low. So we hope that the market will be respecting this low and then continue to the upside. So if I clear this, because of that support and resistance level, I expect the market to be using this low here as a liquidity. Let's say maybe price comes into this 1 hour order block, and then we look for our buys from this area to the upside. So on a Euro USD, I won't be taking my buys from this support and resistance level. but I'll be looking to buy from this order block here. Then put our stop loss below that low, and then now we can target that uh, daily point of interest. So we look for buys from that area. First take profit. Let us target this support and resistance level here. So we have a very beautiful support and resistance level. Then if price will be looking to go even higher, we target this area up there. So that is what I think on Euro USD, guys. So let us look for some short-term buys before we look for more sales to the downside. So that is what I think. If you have a different opinion, don't forget to comment down below the comment section. So on GBP I have a different analysis on GBP to update you guys, because I think because right now already GBP is already inside that fair value gap, has already come into that fair value gap. So it means Euro USD is lagging behind, and that means GBP will be looking to buy even more. So I think price won't be reacting from this level anymore, and because of also another influence here, price took out this low as a sweep of liquidity, and that means that the price needs to distribute that liquidity to another liquidity. So I think price will be looking to take an internal structure liquidity, because the market took out this external liquidity, and then right now the market is looking forward to take an internal liquidity. So right now I think the price will be coming, let's say maybe take out this high as a liquidity or this high as a liquidity before we look for more sales to the downside. So that is why on GBP my analysis will change. I don't think price will be reacting from this level, but let us see on what the market will be doing. So currently right now, because I'm looking for buys on GBP on Euro USD and AUD USD, I will also look for buys on GBP USD. So on GBP USD, if I drop down into the lower time frame in the 30 minutes, in the 1 hour time frame, I can't have a clear order block. So in the 30 minutes time frame, we have this area here, and that will be my best point of interest to take a trade from. So I need the price to come back down into this area, and then we look to take our buys from this point, and then we target the upside. So if I come back into this area, you can see that is the point of interest, and then back into the 4 hour time frame. This is a very good area, because we also had a very good support and resistance level. So we had this area here, the support and resistance level. So you can see the area acted as a support in this side here, another support, and then once the price got this area, we have the market coming back here, and then we have a break to the upside. So the market came back to retest inside the lower time frame, that support and resistance level. Then we had that massive push to the upside. So currently, right now, the best thing to do is to wait for a pullback into that area. And this order block is around that support and resistance level to add more influence. So we'll be looking for buys from this area, guys. We look to take our buys from that support and resistance level, and then now we can target that point of interest. So that is what I think, guys, on GBPSD. That is what I think. That is my view. If you have a different opinion, comment down below the comment section so that we can have a look at what you think. So my next pair is US 30. I also have US 30. So if I let me clear this. So on our US 30, we have a very good uptrend to the upside, and we need to look for buys to the upside because price is clearly bullish to the upside, and the best thing to do is to join the trend to the upside. So currently, right now, we have 2 points of interest here. So I have this 1 point of interest in the forward time frame, which I can use as well. So we have this 4 hour order block, which is a very good for order block. And then we also have some internal structures here, whereby we can see them clearly in the 1 hour time frame. So we have some breaks to the upside. Price came here, took out this highs liquidity, had a pullback into this area, and then we have a break to the upside. So we have this break here to the upside. We have a very good break of structure here. Then we had this pullback, and then price continued going to the upside. So currently, right now, I will be expecting price to come back into this 4 hour order block. This is my best point of interest. But also in the lower time frame, the 30 minutes time frame, we also have this point here. It's a very good point of interest as well. So we also have this area. And as for me, I'll be using this area as a liquidity area. So I'll be expecting the market to come into this extreme point of interest, which comes from the 4 hour time frame. I always choose the higher time frame points of interest more often than the lower time frame points of interest. So as for me on US 30, because we are still bullish, so if in case we have the change of character from this 30 minutes time frame, we can be taking our buys to the upside. But if we don't have any confirmation from this area, there is a higher probability this area will be used as a liquidity. So it is better we wait for this low down there, so that we can be looking for those change of character, and then we take our buys from that area, and then we target this external liquidity as our take profit. So this will be the target. That is what I think US 30 will be doing this week, this coming week. So let us wait for a pullback into this area, and then we take our buys to the upside. So if you have a different opinion on the US 30, let me know in the comment section. I also have NAS 100 as my next pair. So on NAS 100 into the daily time frame, we have some good structures here, and price formed a very good change of character to the downside. We had a break of structure to the upside. Then later on, we had this massive bearish move to the downside. Then price came back into this area, and then we had a change of character inside the lower time frame. Later on, we have price coming back into this daily order block here. Then now we have some good reactions showing telling us that the market is ready to move to the downside. So currently, right now on NAS 100, I'll be looking for some short-term sales to the downside, and because of that, I'll be looking to take trade from around this area. So we had this massive sell to the downside here, and right now, let us focus on what is happening here. We have this point of interest as our 1 hour order block. So we have this area here, and that will be my point of interest. I'll be looking to take a trade from this area to the downside, and we'll be targeting this external liquidity. So the lower time frame, let's say maybe the 15 minutes time frame, we have some good fair value gaps here. Let me mark this break of structures. So we have a very beautiful break of structure here to the downside. Then after that break of structure, we expect the price to be coming back into this swing point, and then we look for a sell downside. So here at this 1 hour order block, we also have some very beautiful fair value gap inside the 15 minutes time frame. And I think price will be coming back to fill in this fair value gap. And then now, once price fills in that fair value gap, we look to take our sales to the downside. So I'll be using this as my point of interest. Let's say maybe stop loss above that high. Then we look for our selling opportunities from that area. And then we target the external liquidity. So my view on on NAS 100, I'll be looking for sales to the downside, and I hope you guys will also look for some good sales to the downside. So my next pair will be XAU as my last pair today. So on XAU we are having a very good pullback, and I've been telling you guys that we'll be expecting a bullish move to the upside, because if you come into the daily time frame, the market has been very bearish to the downside, and because of that, we have been looking for those sales to the downside. So the market already took out this low here and formed a break of structure to the downside. And after that break of structure, we also have this break of structure here to the downside. But after this break of structure, we didn't have the market coming back into the 50% level. As always, we expect structure to be at least having a pullback into the 50% level. And because of that, we'll be expecting the market to have that pullback inside these areas. But as for now, let us focus on what the market is doing here. So we also have the market coming back into this 50% area of this structure. So remember, we had this break of structure, and the 50% level of this structure is at this area. So we need to see if the price will be reacting from this point first. And if the market won't react from that area, we need to look for if the market will be coming to this 50% level of this higher time frame structure. So we also have this break of structure, and as always, the market has to come back to take the internal structures. So because of that, we can be expecting the market to have a pullback into the 50% level of this higher time frame structure. So the market can choose to come into this 50% level if the market won't react from this point of interest. So as for now, let us focus on that area. And if price won't react from this 50% level, this daily order block, we look to have the market coming up. Let's say maybe come back into this daily order block here that was unmitigated, which is around the 50% level of this bigger structure. So right now, if the market won't sell from this area to the downside to clear the external liquidity, we look to take our buys into this area, and then we look to sell to the downside. So inside the 4-hour time frame, let us see if price will be reacting from this area. We need to have a confirmation, or if price will be coming back to retest this support and resistance level. We have something like a double bottom here, and if price will be coming back into that area to retest this double bottom, we take our buys to the upside. But generally, I think I anticipate that the market will be having a pullback into these areas up here, and then we look to take our sales from these points to the downside. So as at the moment, on XAU personally, I'll be looking for some buys because of this momentum. We have a very aggressive move to the upside, and therefore, you can see here we have a very beautiful support resistance level, and then we also have this fair value gap here that is unmitigated. So that can be used as a very good influence for the market to come back into that area. So you can see inside the daily time frame, we have that area as a support and resistance level. We have a very beautiful double bottom that the market has formed there. So in case we have selling aggressive selling from this area, we wait to see if the market will be reacting from this area, and then we take our buys to the upside. So currently, right now, that is what I think will be happening on gold. That is my anticipation. I'll be waiting for price to come into this 4-hour fair value gap. It get that fair value gap, and then we look to take our short-term buys from that area, and then we see if price will be moving to the upside. But if we don't have any confirmation from this area, just know that price is respecting that daily order block, and then we'll be expecting more sales to the downside, and the market will be coming down to clear this external liquidity. So if there is no any confirmation from this area, guys, let us not take any trade from this point. But if we have a confirmation, which is a change of character, let's say maybe a candle rejection, you'll be taking your buys from this area and then target this area above here at the daily order block. So that is what I think on XAU USD. And if the price will be coming into this area this coming week, take our sales from that area to the downside. So there is a very interesting thing on the monthly time frame, and I think the market will be coming here. That is why I'm looking to take a buy from this area to the upside. So I have a very interesting bias coming from the monthly time frame. So into the monthly time frame, we have the market forming this massive fair value gap. And I think that is why the market will be coming up to try and fill this fair value gap here that was formed before the market moves to the downside. So you can see this massive, this was the last week. So I think the market will be filling this fair value gap before we have the massive movement to the downside. So that is why I'm looking to buy inside the lower time frame so that we can target this area here. We need to see the market filling in this fair value gap. So that was the low. So we need to see the market filling in this fair value gap from the monthly time frame. Then we look to take our sales to the downside. So this is my best point of interest. I expect the market to be having that pullback. Use this internal structure as a liquidity, and then we look to sell to the downside. So the coming week, my view on gold, let us take our buys from this area. Let us look for buys. Let us look for buys from that area. Stop loss below this low here, and then we target this area as our target, as our first target, and then also target this daily order block as our overall take profit. So that is my view on gold, guys. Don't forget to like this video, comment down below the comment section, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss on any updates from this channel.